21,402 gold. This is how much gold we've actually earned for this episode of Crafter's Mark. Let us begin. Starting off with my tailoring and enchanter, he primarily focused on expanding his MOG market. This includes TBC all the way to BFA MOG for tailoring. For enchanting, I left this as a nil once again, mainly due to the fact that I wanted to reinvest myself into all of the tailoring stuff before I moved into enchanting. I really thought about this while I was in Scotland throughout last week. I really wanted to expand one area before moving into another, otherwise that just makes no sense. However, along with that, his liquid gold is 85,032 gold, along with a gold total spent for this week, 2,877 gold, and a mailbox clean out of 2,382 gold, along with a time to craft of 35 minutes. My alchemist and scribe for this week focused on recrafting glyphs, and also with alchemy he actually focused on crafting anything between Burning Crusade all the way over to WoD based potions, in which I'm using the current TSM string to only craft profitable items, and also they have to be able to be sold at a 0.1 sell rate. This is so I can get my returns relatively quickly, as we're going to be selling mass amounts of these different types of items, and depending on how these sell over the given week, we will be increasing the amount of items that we are producing on a given week. All in total, his liquid gold is roughly ending at around about 67,399 gold, along with a gold spent for this week of 4,951 gold, and a mailbox clean out of 989 gold, and a timed to craft of 15 minutes. Next up was my leather worker. My leather worker for this week actually did some crafting, and this is in regards to Wrath of the Lich King based MOG. I had to level up my Wrath of the Lich King leveling first of all, which cost a fair amount of gold. However, after purchasing all of the different types of recipes from the vendor recipe guy in Northrend Dalaran, I was then able to craft some real high ticket items. This actually left me with quite a decent chunk on the auction house, and we are currently left with a liquid gold of 33,246 gold, as we've been spending a lot of this gold leveling up our character. However, the gold spent for this week is 34,521 gold, and his mailbox clean out, of course, was very low of 87 gold, and the time to craft and or level was 50 minutes. Following on with that, with my other Dala GG of dual crafting and engineering, this character actually focused mainly on one thing in particular: gems. Now, with dual crafting, gems are quite a mass amount of gems on the auction house, and also with the profession of dual crafting overall. This means that loads of these different types of gems have loads of different types of variants, and that means that we can actually sell those on the auction house. So using the same crafting string for my alchemy, with if it has a 0.1 sell rate and if it is actually profitable to craft, then we can craft any of the gems in my list. So I managed to get up an entire list of all of the different types of gems that we craft from vanilla all the way over towards BFA. However, I will add all of the other additional ones in the future. However, these are the ones that we invested in this week. Along with that, when it comes towards engineering, we are just mainly sticking with our process of crafting the mounts, and our liquid gold overall is 39,765 gold, along with a gold spent of 1,828 gold, and a mailbox clean out of 0 gold for this week, as none of the high value engineering mounts have sold as of yet. However, our time to craft was around about 23 minutes, which leads us on to our blacksmith. Overall, I think you guys know by now that I really love my blacksmith, so we were focusing on MOG once again, with Kata all the way over towards BFA based MOG. With these different types of transmog, I was able to craft quite a hefty amount of gold value, which I can then post on the auction house. His total liquid gold is around about 36,587 gold, and the gold spent for this week by crafting all of these different types of profitable transmogs to put on the auction house at a 50% increased profit margin is 58,651 gold. His mailbox for the week was kind of low, and when I mean kind of low, it's virtually non-existent, of 14 silver, with a time to craft of 21 minutes. However, with this new base sales, I'm already seeing sales for the next week that have basically increased overnight, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what a week's worth of reposting is going to actually bring overall. Our total time craft crafting is bang on 5 hours, along with our total gold spent of 288,408 gold, along with a total gold earned of 21,402 gold and 14 silver. Our total profit, however, at the moment is still in a negative value. However, I do expect this in the upcoming weeks until we hit break even. Once we actually gain some regular sales, that means we're going to make more and more progress between break even and then into pure profit. I've also updated the Crafter's Mark gold sheet and also my TSM profile, which you can find on the Patreon. Other than that, guys, have a wonderful rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.